morning, everyone. This is Don McGrath, co-founder of Speakers Pathway Coalition. Good morning. It's a beautiful Monday here in Colorado Springs, and really looking forward to this week. Have some really exciting things going on, both personally and with Speakers Pathway. But what I wanted to share with you this morning, because I happen to be cleaning up my office a little bit. Hey, Joel, thanks for joining. I happen to be cleaning up my office a little bit and going through some papers, and what I came across was some notes that I took at a training that I did with Les Brown. And I was fortunate to train with Les Brown for a number of days in Las Vegas, maybe a year ago or so. And so what I thought, I took all these, and this is just one of the pages of notes that I took. You see, I say Les Brown isms. These are things, some nuggets that I got while training with Les, and I thought would you like me to share just one of the things that I learned from Les? Okay, excellent. And notice this isn't a political endorsement or anything. This is just, it was where the hotel was, and it was actually a very nice hotel, but no, all politics aside. So here's what I wanted to share with you. The first few little bullets on my notepad that I learned from Les, you see that it says, what you see is what you believe, and expand your awareness. So what Les was talking about when I took those notes was that really you see what you believe. So what's at the core of your beliefs is what you experience. And that's why all of us can have such different perceptions of what's going on around us in the world. And we can have all these different experiences and all these different trajectories. It's because what we see and experience is rooted in the beliefs that we have. And so what Les was suggesting was to open our awareness. And what he meant by that was go beyond the things that you ordinarily experience. Go outside of your normal experiences, outside the normal people that you surround yourself with, outside the normal places where you get information, and expand your awareness of different points of view. Because you know what? Many of those beliefs that you hold, they were established before you were 7 years old. That's what psychologists and psychiatrists tell us, that many of the core beliefs that we have that are in the BIOS, they're in the operating system for what we do and how we behave every single day. They're deep in our firmware. They were established before we were 7 years old. Okay, so for me, that was close to 50 years ago. So I'm operating off of 50-year-old software. Would you want your phone to be operating off of 50-year-old software that was written by 7-year-olds? How about them apples? So what Les was suggesting was expand your horizon. You know, that way you can begin to maybe change some of the software that's been deeply ingrained in you. And because if you really want to change, if you want to do things that are different than the patterns that you've seen in your life, you have to change, or at least become aware of how those beliefs might not be serving you anymore. And I'm sure you can relate that there's a belief that you hold about yourself or about the world that's not serving you anymore. At one time, when I first started my author's journey and I was writing my first book, I didn't have a belief that I could actually be a successful author. I thought, well, I'll write this book, but it'll be just a learning exercise. No one's ever going to read it. So I actually had a deep-seated belief about my own abilities to be able to put something out there in the world that people would actually use. I was kind of stuck in a corporate mindset. And so I had this belief that, who would ever want to hear what Don McGrath had to say about topics of being successful, being healthy, whatever the topic is. Who would ever want to hear about that? So it took a long time of me surrounding myself with people who could challenge my belief, people hold different beliefs, so that I could see there is a different way. There is a different way. So what Les was saying was, expand your awareness by going places that you don't ordinarily hang, and surrounding yourself by people that hold different beliefs, the beliefs that you would like to have, or the people who have had the successes you'd like to have, because they hold beliefs that are different than yours. And often those people are outside of our normal surroundings. I once went to a seminar where the person who was the host of the seminar was telling a story, and this person very, very successful. And he was saying how he had been on NBC News, and how he was talking to his brother-in-law about that. And his brother-in-law said, "Oh, NBC News? Oh, that's cool. It wasn't Good Morning America though, right?" And then there was one time where a client actually gave this person a brand new car, because they were so pleased with their services. And he was talking again to one of his family members, and the family member responded, "Oh, well, that's a nice car, but it wasn't like a Mercedes or a BMW." And so often you need to get outside of the environment that that are part of that software, that are the creators in some ways of those software, or very, very close to the creators of those software. So changing your awareness.